and good morning. Welcome to Community Voice. I'm your host, Josh Engel. Today is Thursday, April 24th. Let me just double check. Yep, and time is 8:31. You're listening to the Community Voice. Our guest this morning is Tara Chapman with the Greater Haralson Chamber. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of things today. Talk about some of the winners from the recent banquet, as well as some exciting developments going on with the Greater Haralson Chamber of Commerce. Tara, if you could, tell us a bit about you, then a bit about your position, and then a bit about the Greater Haralson Chamber.
Okay, perfect. So I'm Tara Chapman. I've been with the organization in some capacity for about 22 years. Born and raised in Haralson County, graduated from Haralson County High School. So this home, there's nothing better than getting to do, community development in the place that you grew up. So enjoying that. And my position is, as of September of 24, President and CEO. Eric McDonald took a position with Georgia Power, and I was moved into that role. So I handle both chamber operations, but also economic development. So I kind of get the best of both worlds, take care of who we have, and try to recruit industry to our area and create more jobs and investment for the community. So excellent.
Yeah. So you're the president and CEO.
Something like that. That's what they tell me.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. So now, how long have you been with the Greater Haralson Chamber?
So, I have a fun story quickly. I started with the Development Authority in 2003. I was a college student, and Joan Young hired me as her assistant for a few years, and then Joan left, and I took her role, very young age. I think I was about 23, and then we did that for a minute, for about 7 years, and then we decided to merge the chamber and the Development Authority together. It felt like we were both doing the same thing, promoting the community, growing the community. I mean, we were splitting phone bills, light bills, and I was like, guys, why don't we merge and be one organization? So we went through that process. I kind of led that process, and then we decided to do that, and then I said, I do not want the President CEO position. I had young kids. I wanted to,
That's
focus.
A full-time job.
It is,
itself.
Absolutely. I wanted to focus on being a mama. I didn't want to bring everything home with me every day. And so we hired Eric McDonald, and then he was with us for 10 years. And then I worked as the COO of the chamber for about 10 years. And so I've done a little bit of everything.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So you've got plenty of experience. I mean, you've seen a few things.
I think that's fair to say, yes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So just a quick reminder to our listeners this morning, we actually have this morning's program on a live stream on our WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page. So if you have any questions or comments or kudos for our awesome guest, Tara Chapman, please feel free to hop in the chat, and we'd be happy to read those out to her. Let me just make sure I got it pulled up here. Excellent. Awesome. All right, so we got a lot to talk about today. Why don't we start with this banquet, this recent banquet? Tell us a bit about the banquet, how it turned out.
Okay, so we do an annual, we call it our annual dinner every year. It's just kind of a celebration of our businesses, celebrate the year, our accomplishments as a community, as a chamber, but mainly it's about our members. We average about 180 in attendance. That's probably our largest event of the year. We hold it at Muse Farms in Bremen. They're great to us and take care. Oh, it's beautiful, and they take care of us. They set up for us. Last year, Jared even built a stage for me, and that has turned out well. And so we just get together and just somebody put it best when they said it's like a family reunion. We just get together, and it's a laid back atmosphere, but we are able to do some awards and do some things. And this year was 35 years. So 35 years that the chamber has been around in Haralson County. So we realized that a little too late, so we didn't really celebrate it like we probably should have, but looking forward to the next 35.
Don't you hate that? I hate when, like, an anniversary. Yeah. I missed my truck switching over to 100,000 miles the other day, and I've been so depressed by it. And that's a small microcosmic. You didn't get an
Instagram picture for your story.
No. How am I supposed to let everyone know?
Hello.
Yeah, people want to know, right?
They do.
And then this is something much bigger. 35th anniversary.
And I know. Well, in the everything that happened with the transition, and then taking the new position, and then I also had to hire, and it was just crazy. We were surviving. So, but
on top of being a mom.
They're teenagers now, though. They don't need me as much. So
no, you put them to work.
Absolutely.
Did they help you set up for the banquet?
No.
Come on, guys.
They were at school. Oh,
Oh, that's fair.
We'll give them that.
Awesome. So, there were some prize winners. There were some winners selected.
Yes. So we do a couple of awards. Let me get my cheat sheet here. Again, we put this out to membership for nominations. One of our awards is Emerging Business of the Year. So that's 3, if you've been in business 3 years or less. We kind of start there. And so this year was State Line Water Damage Restoration, and they are out of Tallapoosa. And they do, any water damage you have, if your basement floods, if you have a pipe bust, they come in and do basically the recon work and deal with your insurance company, get everything ready for you to come back in.
Lifesavers.
We've had it happen at the chamber and in our basement, and they came in and took care of everything. And so it's very nice to kind of have that local as well, building those relationships. And so we always look for businesses that are involved in the community that are, ever present. You see them everywhere. They're giving back. So they were nominated, and then we have a small little panel of. I kind of tap into my network of chamber executives in other states and ask them to kind of vote. We have them fill out an application, and then I have other people vote, so that there's absolutely no question as to the
no
award
chicanery
winners.
at all. It's straightforward.
So
Unbiased.
they were our Emerging Business of the Year this year. And then we had our Small Business of the Year, and that went to our friends over at the Gift House, Alyssa Golden, who just so happens to be one of my good friends, her and her husband Rob. But
I love the Goldens, man.
Yes,
every time I see,
do you know them?
Yeah,
Yes,
of course.
they're
Great.
great.
They're my client with the radio. I handle
yes.
their commercials for commercial insurance agency.
Yes.
So this is tremendous.
Yes.
Good. Couldn't have gone to a better person.
Amen. And Rob and I met at Bremen Rotary, many moons ago, and just have become the dearest friends. So Alyssa has been so good to us at the chamber for allowing us to host events at the Gift House. And so we were so excited when she was nominated, but then also chosen as our 2024 Small Business of the Year. So a little plug for the Gift House, downtown Bremen. Cute little event venue, great for baby showers, bridal showers, you name it. And she goes above and beyond. I mean, she'll do anything you ask her to do. So we're hosting a women's event next week there. So we're excited about that. And then we had Business of the Year, and so that went to Sync Global Telecom. And again, how fitting, given the project that they've had underway for the last few years with getting internet broadband to the areas that were unable to have it. I think, COVID woke us all up to the lack of internet, especially in Haralson County. I can't tell you how many phone calls I get of people on their way to the closing table, and they're, to buy a house, and I don't know about internet. And I'm like, sorry, so they're solving a problem, right?
Big time,
and they're
major
investing,
infrastructure
and they're investing in that along with Carroll EMC, and Sync Global has just been a great community partner. And if you don't know the Williamsons, I mean, you're missing out. They are precious people. And then Rebecca Johnson, who works for them, she serves on our chamber board, ambassador. She is always there, always willing to serve. So it was very well deserved. And then we did Industry of the Year. So that was a fun one we brought back. We haven't done it in a few years. And so this year it went to Southeastern Hose. And I think it was based off their merit of contributions to the community. They hire so many of our local folks. They have an expansion going on. They're growing, they're expanding. They've got next generation leadership taking over. It is just really fun to watch. I love to see a family business grow like that.
They're so friendly too. Like, they're
Absolutely.
so great to talk to, hang out with. Mm-hmm. They're all,
Yes.
that's an excellent team they have at Southeastern Hose.
So see, all my people. So so they were great. And then we did Volunteer of the Year. And so we don't do that every year, but we just look at somebody that kind of goes above and beyond, even when they don't have to. And so this year that went to Alicia Mills, and she has Crest Destinations, and so she's a travel agent, but she is on my CARES committee at the chamber, and that's our service project entity. We try to just bridge the gap between business and the needs in the community, and she's at everything, whether it's decorating a trunk for DFAC's Trunk or Treat, or go into our Haralson Family Connection meetings. Anything and everything, she's always there willing to serve. So that was
excellent.
kind of our awards.
Congratulations. Congratulations both for a successful awards banquet.
Thank you.
Clearly it went off. I'm going to see the pictures here. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. And congratulations to all of the winners. Thank you each for not only participating and joining forces with the Greater Haralson Chamber, but also, in many cases, investing back into the community, providing employment opportunities. and more than often than not, just being awesome people. Time is 8:40. We're going to go ahead and take our first commercial break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with President and CEO of the Greater Haralson Chamber of Commerce, Tara Chapman, as we discuss some recent economic development projects in the works, as well as plug a marketing boot camp, which you're definitely not going to want to miss out on, as well as talk a bit about the WOW event. So there's a lot more to talk about, so don't leave us. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health System and Oak Mountain Academy.
The AP Scholar Journey at Oak Mountain Academy is designed to provide students with a clearly defined advanced placement curriculum track to earn a series of distinctions upon graduation. This journey enables academically prepared students to pursue college-level studies throughout 17 AP courses in 5 subject categories while enrolled at OMA. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Consider the Mobius strip. Take a strip of paper, twist it, connect the ends. This connection forms a continuous loop. Seamless, infinite. That's how your healthcare should be too. At Tanner Health, the Mobius is our symbol and our promise, representing our continuum of care and our commitment that the services you need will be here for you always. We're not just changing healthcare, we're redefining it. See more at tanner.org.
And we're back to Community Voice. Thursday, April 24th. I'm your host, Josh Engel, and today we're hanging out with Tara Chapman, President and CEO of the Greater Haralson Chamber of Commerce, celebrating their 35th anniversary.
Yes.
If you're just tuning in, be sure to check out the first segment of this morning's program, which you can watch on the Facebook live stream, which is still going on right now. But if you tune in after the fact, go check it out on the WLBB News Talk 1330 Facebook page. I'm sure if you throw in any later questions or comments, Tara will or someone from the chamber will be able to jump in and maybe answer those questions for you. But we were just discussing the recent awards banquet and discussed some of the Haralson County businesses that received awards: Industry of the Year, Business of the Year, Volunteer of the Year. Definitely go back and check that out. It was a list of awesome people that we're lucky to look out for here in our own local community. So there's a lot more to get into. What shall we start with? Propel or the marketing boot camp?
Let's start with the marketing boot camp.
Lay it on us.
Well, and before I say that, just to, the chamber, we view ourselves as a service organization to our members. And most of those members are businesses, and they're small businesses. And so our goal each and every year is how can we bring resources to our small businesses that maybe couldn't go out and get it on their own. And so then we introduced the marketing boot camp, and that is where that came from. I'm very passionate about providing value, right? Because we have a gazillion things come across our desk that we could write a check for. And I never want the question to be, should I invest in the chamber? Because I want to make sure they're getting what they're investing in. So late last year, I said I want to do a marketing boot camp this year. So it's a 4-part series. It's starting actually tomorrow, April the 25th at 8:30 downstairs at the chamber. You can go to haralson.org and get registered. It is not too late. We will definitely let you in. It's for members and non-members, anybody that's looking to grow their marketing knowledge. So tomorrow's topic is marketing trends and how-tos for success. And so we have some special guests from Atlanta, our own Amy Parrish from Rhythm Communications, and she's bringing some folks with her. I cannot remember their names, so I apologize.
She's got a big team.
Yeah, she has a big team. She has a lot of people that have knowledge in various, and we focus so much on social media because that's just what we all see and what we all know, but there's so much more that goes into building your brand and just really getting your message out there and how people view you, because sometimes we only get one shot and we don't even know that we've gotten the shot. They have found us somewhere, and so we want to make sure we dress to impress with our marketing. So that's what we're trying to help with. And then class 2 will be June 11th And that's a Canva 2.0. So Elizabeth Langley is our marketing director at the Chamber. And so what we do is we send Elizabeth to marketing conferences. She just got back a few weeks ago from Tampa. She went to a huge, think YouTube, those sorts of Spotify, those sorts of people. And we sent her there. And, I've told my staff, I will send you to whatever you want to do as long as you can bring it back to our members, because we want to make sure that they are getting that value.
And so, Canva is like the cutting edge.
It makes you feel like you're a graphic designer. Anybody can use it, but so many of our businesses get frustrated with it, and they're like, I can't figure it out. So we did just a basic Canva last year, and it was a huge hit. So we said, you know what? Let's bring a Canva 2.0, dig a little deeper. Bring your laptop. We're going to sit down. We're going to work with you for an hour and a half and get that going.
This is great because Canva is something that it's very it's easy to use. Once you get past the sort of frightening, what does all this do? What can I do? That unknown, but we're shining a light on it with this.
Right.
This
and
will take all
free,
the stressful stuff out.
Is it worth paying for? Absolutely. And, depending on your level, right, of what you need. So, yes. Or, when I post a graphic, make sure there's not a watermark on it that says Canva. Just little things like that people just don't think about, or you get in a hurry. And I get it because I'm also a small business owner, so I get that part too. And you have a gazillion things going on, but you get one shot. Let's make sure it's right. And we just want to help with that. So we're going to do a Canva 2.0 in June, and then it looks like September. We're going to do how to generate creative content and boost sales. So how to get creative, to get noticed. One of the things for my business I've noticed is my likes and my follows go up when I post a reel, right? It's just simple. This is what we do. So just those sorts of things. And then we're going to do a session on how to brand your business. So we're really trying to hit all levels, not just social media, not just graphic design, but all the things. And so we really encourage anybody that's interested in that. We have a package deal. And again, you can check that out on our website. You save money by buying all of them ahead of time, or you can pay per session. One of the questions I've had a lot is if a business buys the package, can they send, somebody, a different person each time? Absolutely, because you have different people doing different things. We understand that. So we're excited about that because, again, we feel like that's a resource that our businesses can really tap into.
An incredibly valuable resource.
Absolutely.
If this kicks off tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. at the Chamber of Commerce in Waco, Georgia.
So this is open to members and non-members. Do not miss this opportunity because you will be so glad that you participated in this. And Canva. And that's just one of the things you're going to be covering, but it opens up the doors. Video production, making reels, which of course people love, creating graphics, logos, all kinds of things.
Yes.
Well, this is an awesome opportunity for members and non-members of the Greater Haralson Chamber. So, all right, well, let's move on. Let's talk about Propel.
Yes, let's talk about Propel.
I know the waters. I love the waters, but what's Propel?
Yes, so Propel is a program that is offered through the Carl Vinson Institute, and they really focus on the rural communities that maybe just need a little guidance when it comes to economic development growth. And so for many, many years in our industry, in the economic development industry, it was strategic plan. And so what we found over the years is strategic plans typically sit on a shelf. It's just is what it is. You have the best of intentions, and then life happens, right? So we got a phone call early last year from the Carl Vinson Institute that Haralson County had been chosen as one of the Propel communities for 2025. It's there's two other communities with us, Franklin County, I believe, and maybe Lamar County. So we went to a little kickoff in February, and so this is an economic development action plan. Well, which means it can't sit on a shelf. There's action behind it. And it brings all of our community leaders together to talk. But the only way to talk and to plan that is to hear from the community. And so currently we have a survey out there. And what I'll do is when I get back to the office, I'll drop it in the comments of the Facebook Live.
Excellent.
But there is a survey that we're just, Haralson County residents, if you live or work in Haralson County, we want you to fill this out. It's short, sweet, to the point, but it's going to help us develop that plan based off what the community thinks and how they feel about housing, workforce development, available jobs, recreation, entertainment, all the things. I think Haralson County is on the cusp of something great, and we just want to make sure it is handled in an organized manner, and then we don't wake up one day and then we're like, where did all this come from? I think growth, there's good growth and then there's chaos, right? And I just think a good controlled growth is what we're trying to go after. But again, we represent the community, so we want to know how the community feels. And so the only way to do that is to fill out the survey, and they have an option at the end to put in their name and be entered into the drawing for a smoker. So we're trying to really incentivize filling that survey out. You're so
I thought that the survey was good enough, but
so animated
just participating.
with your facial expressions.
I'm a cartoon.
I love it.
Brought to life. But this is an opportunity to possibly win a smoker on top of contributing to what has made the Greater Haralson Chamber so successful for 35 years.
Yes. We're excited. We feel honored and blessed to have the opportunity. And it's just one of those moments where it was like the timing is just perfect. There's a lot of things going on and planning. And, a lot of times people don't see that part. Sure. We see the announcements, but a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes. And so things may be quiet, but that doesn't mean things aren't moving. There's a time and a place for everything. And so I think this is really our time to prepare to shine. So excellent.
Well, Tara will drop a link to that so you can get more information about the Propel survey. Let your voice be heard, right?
Yes.
Let's provide some input and help steer this ship into smooth waters for the next another 35 years.
Yes.
Time is 8:52 because time's flying by. We're going to go ahead and take our last commercial break, but when we come back, we'll wrap up our conversation with President and CEO of the Greater Haralson Chamber of Commerce, Tara Chapman, as we discuss some exciting, the WOW event and some exciting economic development initiatives. We'll talk about that and so much more here in just a second. Community Voice brought to you by Tanner Health System and Oak Mountain Academy.
The customized academic scholar journey at Oak Mountain Academy is individually designed to provide students with a personalized, clearly defined academic track that earns the student a series of distinctions upon graduation. This journey enables academically driven students to pursue a focused, rigorous course of study personalized to their wants and desires. I'm Patrick Uran, head of school, inviting you to journey with us on the mountain. For more information, visit us at oakmountain.us. Discover your journey at OMA. Prepare, explore, and achieve.
Consider the Mobius strip. Take a strip of paper, twist it, connect the ends. This connection forms a continuous loop. Seamless, infinite. That's how your healthcare should be too. At Tanner Health, the Mobius is our symbol and our promise, representing our continuum of care and our commitment that the services you need will be here for you always. We're not just changing healthcare, we're redefining it. See more at tanner.org.
And we're back to Community Voice, Thursday, April 24th. I'm your host, Josh Engel, and we are chatting with Tara Chapman, President and CEO of the Greater Haralson Chamber, celebrating their 35th anniversary. Hop on the live stream if you have any last-minute questions or comments for our guests, and we'll try to get to those. If not during the show, I believe Tara and her team can get back to you afterwards. And, of course, share, like this video, spread the word, let everyone know about these exciting opportunities that are coming up, like the Propel survey, which you can participate in, as well as the marketing boot camp, which kicks off tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. And just real quick, I'm going back to that because I did leave off one of our guest interviewees. We'll include Jackie McGuinn, Senior Vice President of Revenue of CareTrack, and she's going to talk about AI. So that's one of the things we didn't cover with marketing, which is a huge piece, right, of life is AI. So we want to make sure that we gave a shout out to that and to let everybody know that's one of the topics tomorrow in NIL. So I needed to fix that.
Well,
so
thank you for making sure we got that. It's
Absolutely.
hard to keep up with all the.
It is.
I mean, when you're getting this much bang for your buck with a marketing
Yes.
boot camp, there's a lot going on. You're going to learn a lot. So
and when the real bosses are out of town at a conference, they keep me in line. So I'm out here just speaking for everybody. It could get dangerous. So.
Inmates running the asylum. I see how it is. is. All right. Well, let's talk about. There's a couple of things left that we wanted to talk about the WOW event, and of course some exciting economic development initiatives going on. What shall we talk about first?
We'll go ahead and hit WOW just real quick. So that is our Women Observing Women initiative that we started last year under the leadership of our chairwoman last year, Renee Bell. It was just something that we wanted to do. I think, sometimes in society, women can be brutal to one another. It happens sometimes. And so we wanted an opportunity for mentorship. And so we just get together. We're going to be getting together twice this year and just celebrate each other and accomplishments.
Women-torship.
Women. Oh, I like
Women-torship.
that. Women. I might need to hire you. Let's see. We need to talk. So yes, thank you. So we're excited about that. It's been great. It's an opportunity for employers to send, some of their employees. And I don't know, it's just been a great thing. And I just feel like when I see a successful female and I hear their story and they have faced things that I'm in the middle of, it encourages me and it motivates me to keep going. Especially when you talk about working and motherhood and, those sorts of things. There is a little difference when you're a full-time mom and a full-time employee, and just, hey, you can do both and you can be successful. But this is what I did, but this is what I went through, but it just made me stronger. So that's fabulous. Coming up on Tuesday, April the 29th, 11:30 to 1 o'clock at the Gift House. And I have to give a shout out to my girl, Mindy Miller Moats is going to be our speaker. And you talk about overcoming some obstacles. She has done that with her business, Miller Funeral Home, and you are not going to want to miss that. We're actually on a wait list right now. I love it.
Wow.
I'm so excited. But we're encouraging everybody to register and get put on the wait list.
Shout out to Mindy Miller Moats. We love her.
Yes,
she's
me
the best.
too.
Saw her
She's
little
the
baby.
best.
What a precious baby.
Oh, gosh, I know. I
She's
feel like
tough.
we're all watching her grow up. So yeah.
Awesome. Well,
so
don't
cute.
miss this opportunity. Rising tides raise all ships.
That's
and
right.
This is a great opportunity to
Yes.
network with folks that have probably had similar professional experiences you've had, overcome obstacles. That's going to be exciting. Well,
Yes.
we got about 3 minutes
Yes.
left, so let's chat about some economic development.
Yes. So we just wanted to mention the Infometals, and I believe Eric McDonald was on the radio last year and talked about Infometals, but they're a steel company that's located in Buchanan. They actually are relocating from Atlanta, and so they're bringing a lot of their folks with them, but they're also hiring as well. And nice investment for the city of Buchanan, and they're getting ready to open end of May, 1st of June. So we're just excited about that. They purchased land in a business park that we had for 20 plus years. So when you talk about economic development, it is a long, drawn out process. And then our most recent announcement was with our friends and neighbors at Carroll County, and that is the Southwire Distribution Center that's going at the Waco exit. Again, that was an interesting project. Our joint development authority, so we're a part of a 3-county joint development authority, Carroll, Haralson, and Hurd. And so that joint development authority, it's the first project that they've kind of handled because you've got like a 70-30 split between Carroll and Haralson. It was a very unique, but we pulled it together. We got together. We worked together. Love our friends in Carroll County. We're excited about this and what it could mean for the future. And then, we're just out there looking, in front of the state, throwing sights at them and just, again, planning for the future and bringing more jobs. We have 78% of our residents that leave Haralson County to work every day. Imagine if we could bring some of those folks back and what that means for your coaches for rec sports, your volunteers on various nonprofits. I mean, it could just really change the game. And so that's what we've been tasked with, is bring more jobs and investment to Haralson County. Haralson County is a great place and we love it. And, we like to say we're the front door for business. We're just, you come in and we'll help you however we can. So
awesome.
If we don't know it, we know somebody that does.
Well, Martha Murphy Long on the live stream says, great job, Tara, and I concur with her.
you.
Great job. Where can
Thank
folks
you.
learn more about the Greater Haralson Chamber?
They can visit haralson.org, but even better than that, they can just give me a call. I really am an open book. I love to talk to people. It's easy to talk about something that you love.
And the phone number?
770-537-5594, or they can email me at tchapman@haralson.org.
Excellent. Tara, thank you so much. And everyone that tuned in at home, we'll see you next time.
Thank you.